Alright guys, so what I want to talk about now is being kicked out of your home for being LGBTQ plus or anything like that. Alright, now I think, it's, most parents, I would say most parents do, I can't say most. I know my parents were so good, they were non-judgmental, they didn't care. You could be anything in my family and they would like you, right? And I mean, obviously there's judgments there and everything, but for the most part, my whole family was just really great. But, I think, and I'm bi, so it's not a big deal really. I'm a guy, and I didn't transition or anything, but even if I did, I mean, not that, they never really said flat out if I wanted to have an exchange, whether they would accept it, but they're just so nice. And I'm older now, I could do it, I could do that if I want to, but I'm not trans. But anyway, I'm happy being a guy. I'm a bi guy. I had no issues growing up or dealing with my family. They were always so great. But in reality, there are going to be some parents that are non-accepting and to the point of kicking you out of the home or not being happy with you at all, that you are basically going to be having to fend for yourself, and life is tough enough as it is without supportive parents, right? With supportive parents, I mean, but without it, it's way harder, right? Especially if your parents make money or whatever and you don't, right? So, and I'm talking about people that are younger or living or not paying their own way. So you could be an older person not paying your own way, but if you don't pay your own way, think about it before you actually come out, right? Or say to them what you actually are, right? Because I think, I'm very positive, and I normally like to do stories where it's like, be free, do what you want, live your best life. But you have to really, in reality, it's not always that easy. And so it seems harder than it is, and maybe they are accepting, you think they're not going to, whatever, but in general, some parents are not going to be tolerating it. And so, especially in this day and age, when you have social media and you are someone that's LGBTQ plus, whatever, whether you're bi, whatever, lesbian, gay, trans, whatever, non-binary, you're going to have people that are, that are so mean in social media that you don't know if your parents are one of those types of people, right? So you have to really be careful. Now, there was a creator that I was watching, and they were saying you have to be careful. You don't know what they're going to say, whatever. So, or whether they're going to kick you out of the house, whatever, right? So make sure that when you do decide to say something, if you want to, you don't ever have to say anything, but if you want to, you can make sure that you have a plan in place, right? So if you have a friend you could stay with, or you have this and that going on, and make sure it's solid plans. You can't just rely on things that might be promises that might not go through or whatever, but make sure it's solid. Or preferably, if you have enough money to basically leave whenever you want, then you could say something. Maybe wait till you leave. But some parents are really, really good about it, right? And so it's not a big deal. But some parents aren't. So the reality is not every parent is going to be accepting. So as my channel being such a positive channel, I want to make sure you put some thought into it before saying to your parents, this is who I am, take it or leave it, that kind of thing. Anyway, gotta go, bye.